Hi, YouTube friends. I did it. I made something from one of the books that I bought, one of the recipe books I bought, Simply Scones. I did it. And you know what? I ended up making the one that when I first opened it in front of you guys, I went, ew. I don't know why. It sounded weird to me at first, but it turned out to be the one that I chose to make, and they are delicious. So I made plum almond scones, and this is what they look like. I already ate one. They're freaking delicious. Even my husband likes them too. They don't have that much sugar. They have, how much? A third cup of firmly packed light brown sugar. So that's not nearly as much as in the other baked stuff I make. So I will post this recipe in the description, the video description. It's flour, brown sugar, baking powder, soda, salt, chilled butter, plain yogurt, an egg, vanilla extract, chopped plums. Now, it did not specify whether to peel them or not. I chose to because I always find plum peels are a little bitter, or not bitter, sour. I don't know. I suppose it's just personal preference, but I peeled them. And then you use, it said slivered blanched almonds. Well, I had sliced. So that was good enough. I didn't then go ahead and sliver them, and you toast them a little bit. So I did that. And they're really easy to make. I did not have to pull out the mixer to make them. And I might have used a little bit more butter than that recipe called for, because once I had cut the butter into the flour mixture, it's supposed to look crumbly, and it just didn't look that crumbly to me. So I probably added, if I started out with 6 tablespoons, I probably added 2 tablespoons to that. And that's about it. I didn't really venture away from this too much. We didn't need. We both had, or my husband had some kind of jam, like red berry jam, and I used apricot because that's my favorite jam, and I did a little bit of unsalted butter too, because that makes a nice memory for me of a little cafe I used to go to when I was in high school with my best friend. We used to go downtown, and there was this cafe, and I don't know if it was actually attached to McCullough's, but those of you who know McCullough's, it was a department store. I'm pretty sure they're not anymore. And downstairs in McCullough's, I think it was McCullough's, they had this little cafe, and they sold croissants, like big fluffy croissants, and they always served them with cold, chilled, unsalted butter and jam. So I was kind of recreating that nice memory for myself, because we used to love to do that. But I didn't eat it. I could have eaten it straight, and I will. I forget how many did I make. 1, 2, 3. I think I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I made 8. What does it say it makes? 12. So I made big scones. Anyway, let me show you. Let me show you what they look like up close. I'm so pleased. I'm really so pleased. I'm pleased that I did it, Wait, look how easy. Oh, it just pulls apart. So there's a big chunk of plum. I didn't cut the plums, the chunks all that small. I probably could have cut them a tiny bit smaller for aesthetics, because it kind of looks like they're like tomato scones. But they taste good. It doesn't taste weird, like the having the bigger pieces of fruit. Anyway, I'm so proud of myself. I'm just like the person who forever buys things and then doesn't actually follow through. And this time I bought a recipe book and I made them. So let's choose another one that I'll do, I don't know, in the next few days. Date nut scones, those would probably be good too. What kind of nuts do they recommend? Oh, grated lemon peel, so I need to get lemons. Oh, those have a glaze. Well, that's going to be more sugar. Anyway, let's try to choose one with you guys. And was I going to tell you anything else today? I'm still reading the same books I've been reading. I'm reading The Muse in the evening. That one's the one, I think it's Jessie Burton is the author. Really loving it. It bounces back and forth between the late 60s and the mid-late 30s. And the last book that I really enjoyed, The Perfume Collector, did that too. I think I must like that. And so did Hester. Hester bounced back and forth between the 1600s and the 1800s. So I don't know. Is that like a thing? I've never really I don't know. Have I run into that a lot in books I've read over the years? I'm not sure that I have. Is it becoming my thing? Maybe it is. Corn scones. I bet those would be good. Like cornbread. I love cornbread. Classic cream scones. Okay, Holly, find one. So anyway, I'm reading The Muse. I'm more than halfway through with it, and I really am enjoying that book. And then what else am I reading? At night, if I can get through 20 pages of The Muse, then I read until at that point I'm sleepy. Then I read Grayson for as long as I can, which is usually about 5 pages at a time. Maybe not quite. It's a small book though, small in size. So the pages go fast, and that's about the whale that gets lost and befriends or hopes to befriend a swimmer who's out in the open water in Southern California doing a swim. She's that kind of swimmer. And I read the blurb or about the author on that book, and she is a UCSB alumni, which I don't think I've said here before. I think I said it in a video that I ended up not posting. But I went to UC Santa Barbara, and she did too. So that made a nice tie for me to that book. But anyway, I'm not that far along in it. I don't know, maybe 25, 30 pages. But I'm enjoying that so far, other than being in the open water makes me nervous. I could never do that myself. So some of when she's describing being in the water and it's so cold and she's kind of wondering what's swimming beneath her, it kind of gives me a little bit of Jaws vibes. But anyway, I'll be finishing both of those books. I would imagine Grayson, I'm probably still a couple of weeks away from finishing, unless I pick it up. And I expect The Muse, which I think is it's like 390 pages, something like that. I think I have like 100 pages to go, maybe 150. So we'll see. Maybe this week, but probably next. Carrot nut scones, those would be good. Blueberry coffee cake. I think I read this one to you guys last time, but blueberries are kind of hard to get here. So last time I went to the store, we didn't have any. Banana chip. My husband would probably love those because he likes banana anything. I don't want to put white chocolate in anything. Apple and spice. That sounds like, I probably said this in the last video when I was showing you guys this. Apple and spice sounds really good, but it also sounds like that would be for the fall. Okay, so now I'm out of this again. There are also savory scones, which I suppose I could try those. It doesn't sound, calzone scones. Doesn't sound as great to me as sweet. I always like sweet. But let's see, maybe I don't want to take forever to find another one to make with you guys. Raspberry filled. I think what I need to do is choose a couple of these. Raspberry filled sounds a lot like the same recipe. Oh, except this raspberry has almond extract in it. This one sounds a lot more. Oh, it's got almond paste in it. That's not hard, but it's a little bit beyond. I don't want to have to get fancy ingredients that I'll never get or use otherwise. Praline and cream scones. And then in the mornings, I'm still working on zygology, and I'm at a good point now. Now I know I'm definitely going to finish. It's really interesting. And I really love David Bowie's music, and I'm fascinated by the person he was. And it's it's so thorough, and it talks a lot about coincidences, people he admired, how their lives intersected on certain dates, or that things happened at the same dates, or it happened at the school where his hero graduated from. There's lots of little serendipity moments like that, and I really like it. And am I reading anything else in the morning? I'm looking back because I read here on the couch in the morning. There's one other book that I can't see. Oh, I started reading The Enchanted April, which is the same from the movie, which I don't remember the movie being The Enchanted April. I remember it just being Enchanted April, but maybe I'm remembering wrong. If any of you have seen that movie, I love it. It's one of my very favorite movies. It's so beautiful. And the actresses and the actors are just fantastic. I'm trying to remember. Alfred Molina is in it. Polly Walker, who's now in Bridgerton, and I'm not going to be able to remember her name, but she's the mom who's trying so hard to get her 3 daughters married off. And actually they all are now, but I don't want to give any spoilers, but her youngest daughter got married last season. It was a big deal. Anyway, I love her. She's in it. Joan Plowright. I'm not remembering the names of the other actresses, but it's one of my favorite movies. So I'm reading the book, and I just picked it up the other day, thinking I was kind of I don't know, I've been cleaning. I've told you guys that. I've done a whole rearranging, and I've come a long way this weekend in getting everything settled. But I found the Enchanted April book when I was cleaning out different stacks of stuff. And I thought, oh yeah, I want to read this. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure someone that I watch on BookTube got that book. I'm pretty sure. And I think it was a girl, and I think she read it. And I think in the video, I felt like she didn't know there was a movie. And I'm pretty sure I commented that she should watch the movie, but maybe it was a he. I don't know. There's about 3 or 4 new BookTube people that I'm watching now, way younger than me, and I'm kind of getting their stories mixed up. Orange poppy seed scones. I think this is the one I want to do. Flour, sugar, poppy seeds. I have those. And nobody in my life has to take any drug tests, so no worries there. Cream of tartar I have, baking soda, butter, orange juice I don't normally have, but we'll get some. And orange peel, so I'll need to get that. Yep, but I have everything else. Oh, I think those are the ones I'm going to get next. Oh, yes. And it's only 1 page away from Plum Almond scones. So I need to send that recipe to my mom. There's the Plum Almond scones. I told my mom I'd send it to her. And then here's the next one. Nope, that's not the next one. It must be 2 away. What did I do? 1 back. Yep, there it is. Orange poppy seed. Oh, and then there's pistachio fig scones. I would like to make those too. Figs might be a little bit hard to come by, but I could probably find them. So I'd need to get either pistachios, or I have almonds. I'd need to get pistachios if I want to do that, but it's an either or. And yeah, I just need to spot some figs in the store. I think they have them every once in a while. I don't really know what the season is for figs, so I don't know if they'd be plentiful right now or not. I don't think I've seen them recently. So why do I feel like they're a fall fruit? Maybe not. We used to have a fig tree. I feel like I'm kind of going on a lot of tangents here. We had a fig tree in my backyard when I was growing up. And it was one of those trees that was real low and then grew out wide. I used to kind of climb up in it when I was still pretty little and sit in that fig tree and eat figs. We also had an apricot tree, but the apricots were always too high for me to get until they fell. We had a plum tree, so that's the plum almond scones I made today. My mom used to make plum jam. Oh, I'm sure she still would if we lived in that house, but we don't anymore. We had 2 beautiful and incredibly prolific lemon trees. They were Meyer lemon trees, and the lemons were out of this world, and they just, oh my God, those trees were so abundant, especially the one in our front yard. And I'm about to have a huge sense memory of the big hedge of ivy, and I can smell everything right now, and I'm totally going back in time. So I will try to find some figs whenever they come back in season. But now that I've looked through this book a little bit, and now that I know I have at least one favorite in here, I'm feeling really happy and proud of myself. And I guess that's it. I'll be back. I just wanted to make a quick video. I think this probably turned out to be a little bit longer than I was expecting, but I just wanted to I'm always searching for where the time is. I can never see on this. I just wanted to tell you guys how the scones turned out. And it's just Sunday late afternoon, and I'm kicking around. That's why I have this little Hello Kitty shirt on. I don't wear Hello Kitty out in public because I'm a 55-year-old woman, but I am one of the original Hello Kitty girls, so I've given myself permission to love Hello Kitty and to have her in my world where it feels good to me. And in my little space, this is like my total magic zone here with my books and my stuff. I got a Hello Kitty back there on that shelf. I have Hello Kitties everywhere. So I let myself wear this big old t-shirt that I got from Old Navy when I'm just kicking around home. And it makes me happy every time I see myself in the mirror. All right, my friends, I think that's going to be it for this one. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being excited about my scones with me, if you are, in fact. I wish I could send you each one. I totally would. All right, see you for the next one. That's it for now. Bye-bye. Oh, my name's Holly. Write a comment below so we can have a chat and become friends, if you want to. All right, no pressure. See ya.